Hello everybody! In today's video I just wanted to give a list of some great educational channels that I really want to promote and really want people to subscribe to and watch their videos. I just wanted to give a list of 7 channels for now, and this list of 7 channels isn't from worst to best or mediocre to great. It's just a list of channels. So here in this list, I feel like please, I really want you guys to really watch these channels and watch these videos, as they are a great source of information and they also are very entertaining and very engaging. So let's just cut to the chase and let's start up the list with number 7, Geography Now. Geography Now is a really good channel that discusses about geography, and Paul, or Barbie as he's usually called, is covering all of the countries of the world. I believe all 196 of them, or 193, I'm not exactly sure, but he's covering all the countries of the world in alphabetical order. And he started this back in, I believe, 2014, 2015, and that's where I originally actually found his channel. He covered my country of birth, Austria, in such a well-detailed and very informative and very engaging video back then, and I absolutely loved it. And that was the moment I subscribed to his channel, was because of that. I found that video absolutely great and engaging. Barbie is a really funny guy, and he's very charismatic, and he's very, I guess he has so much energy in his videos, and you really are engaged with his content, and he's just like popping off jokes, and he's also working off with his friends who also help him out with the videos. So it's just, these videos are a lot of fun, and I feel like these are the types of videos that would be great in the classroom, either at colleges or in high school. These are just fun videos to watch, so I highly recommend Geography Now. Number 6, Crowd. Crowd is, wow, a phenomenal channel from a German guy who really covers history, geopolitics, and geography wrapped into kind of one in sometimes in the same videos, where he'll talk about how geography and history and how politics have all sort of made specific nations or certain regions of the world, and he'll talk about geopolitical issues and so on and so forth. And they're just made with these really great animated videos using country balls, and they're really funny and fun to watch and very, very engaging and very, I don't know, it's just because of the fact that he's using these animated balls, it just adds another level to his content. Like the last video that I watched of his, The Origins of Russian Authoritarianism, he really goes through the history of Russia and how and why their society has always been very authoritarian, and why democracy has never really been implemented in their country before, and all the geography that plays into it, the politics and the sort of culture and the religion and everything. Just, he really goes over it in great detail. Another fantastic video that I would highly recommend everybody watch is Trump's Biggest Failure. And in this video, he talks about why the Trump administration really dropped the ball on sort of dealing with China, and how China has been growing in influence and really been sort of really expanding into the world in Asia, and really influencing countries in Africa and Europe, and really has become sort of a huge economic power and becoming, I guess, the next Cold War rival that the United States will have to deal with in the future. So it really goes into the history of China, and it's like an hour and 9 minutes long, and it really is great to watch, and it's very good. It's a fantastic documentary, and I think that that's one of his best videos, and I highly recommend it. The other videos I would say definitely watch are The Origins of American Gun Culture and What Americans Don't Understand About Public Health Care. Sorry. Those are fantastic videos that I highly recommend that you guys watch. Crowd's just a great channel, and I've been subscribed to him for a couple of years. Just amazing content. Just definitely go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Number 5, What I've Learned. What I've learned is a unique channel in that he discusses mostly about nutrition and some philosophy, but he mostly focuses on nutrition and health and like exercise and health habits, and he really just talks about his perspective on what types of foods that we eat and how it impacts us in the modern day diet in the United States and throughout the world. One of his great videos that I remember watching was why are people so healthy in Japan? And in that video, and also another video, why is it so easy to be thin in Japan, he's talking about the diet of the modern Japanese people, why they don't have high rates of obesity and issues of like cardiovascular disease and all those sort of issues that are here present in the United States. As he is living in Japan, he really discusses about the kind of habits of Japanese people and really the types of foods they eat and why it really contributes to the overall health of those people. And these are just two examples of great content that comes from this channel. He uses fantastic editing, and I love the animation he uses and the sort of fonts that he uses in his videos and everything. I love his editing. I'm as an editor myself, just my simple editing in videos, I absolutely love the way that he edits and presents information in his videos about nutrition. Now, some of his information can be questionable, and I think it does take some critiquing. There's one video called Attractive Face or Not. It depends on tongue posture. I think this video has an issue of that a lot of the information presented might be very questionable, but I could be wrong. And again, I would love to see nutritionists or dietitians or physiologists or doctors really kind of react to his videos and react to his content to kind of see where some of it is credible and where some of it it's sort of iffy. But overall, it is a fantastic channel, and I highly recommend everybody watch What I've Learned. Number 4, Practical Engineering. Practical Engineering, wow. It is a great channel that discusses about infrastructure, engineering, and really how the systems that are present every day that we have to deal with, roads, utility lines, how does our water work, how does our highway systems work, how do we have flood control, how do engineers deal with construction of bridges, going on. In specific videos, he discusses civil engineering and architecture and how really the systems that we deal with every single day, how they work, and he does it in an incredibly engaging and riveting way. One of my favorite videos of his is What is Airlock? And he discusses how airlock can damage piping and have a huge impact on infrastructure. Another one was how are highways designed? And this is another fantastic video really showing the importance of the interstate highways in the United States and how they're designed and the huge monumental task that is placed on civil engineers of kind of constructing roads. It really gives you an appreciation of modern day infrastructure and how we've really advanced and how these systems that we are not really conscious of or really, take for granted every single day, how they play a huge role in keeping our civilization working. And it is just a fantastic channel. I love the way he edits, and I love this guy because he has a great voice for his videos and he's very engaging. And just learning more about infrastructure is just awesome. I love it. So please subscribe to Practical Engineering. Number 3, Voices of the Past. This is a history channel that is awesome in the sense that instead of going over the lives of kings or certain periods of events, in this channel, what we do is we focus on individuals from their past through their journals, through their diaries, through their writings, through their manuscripts. And literally, like it says in the channel's name, The Voices of the Past, we learn from how these people viewed the world, their interactions, their experiences, through their writings, through their journals. One of his recent videos that I watched was the Native American castaway gives first description of closed Japan, 1848, Ronald MacDonald's adventure. And This video really sums up most of his content. It gives, he reads much of the diary and the journal entries from this guy who was a castaway in Japan and all of his experiences, and you learn about how this guy's life was in Japan at the time. This is just one example of the type of videos he focuses on. Just reading from what people wrote down in the past, how their lives were, how they interacted with people, and how they interacted with the civilizations, the societies of that time, and also how they felt about philosophy, how they felt about how the society ran. One video that I love was the Chinese perspective on 1950s American life, where I guess a Chinese visitor came from communist China to America and really gave his opinion on how Americans lived and their lifestyle choices and everything about that kind of stuff. It's really engaging because you're listening to this guy who has such a great British accent read these journals, these diaries, these manuscripts, all these books from the past, and just through great editing, really you get the sense of what those people had to go through at that period of time when they lived. It is just incredible. He does a fantastic job of really shining a light on people and really giving these people a time to be heard, you know, through his videos. Voices of the Past is a remarkably great channel that I actually only discovered a few months ago, and I'm so grateful for discovering this channel. So please subscribe to Voices of the Past. Number 2, the Operations Room. The Operations Room covers significant battles and wars of the past from a top approach, using great animation in a way that is so awesome, almost on the level of a History Channel documentary. It is so awesome. In, for example, Black Hawk Down, the Battle of Mogadishu 1993 Part 1 animated, he talks about how that battle took place, and from the top down, from the top perspective of what happened, how the soldiers engaged in the battle, and what the series of events, how it all occurred all together. And that's the type of videos that he does. He'll cover each specific part of the battle, each specific part of the engagements in these huge momentous engagements of war and battles, and you get detailed information from a top-down perspective on what happened. And using animation, it is so awesome to watch these videos. I think the one that I watched recently, called the Battle of Savo Island 1942, the US Navy's worst defeat, was such an incredibly awesome video to watch. The use of his animation, the way that he read the stories of the admirals and the sailors and everything, and how the battle took place and played out. It was so incredible, and I highly enjoyed that video, and it was riveting to watch that video. It was so awesome to watch that video. So I don't want to give any more information about this channel. Guys, just check out the Operations Room, or what I call the Call of Duty of documentary channels. It is incredible. It's great content to watch if you're into the type of military stuff and kind of war documentaries that I am into. Fantastic channel. Definitely recommend. Go watch it. The Operations Room. Number 1, Masan. Now, Masan has been around for a couple years, and I remember subscribing to him a long time ago, and I love how he touches upon anthropology and ethnography as he goes through countries, regions, talking about specific ethnic groups that existed in the past, and so on and so forth. Like, I remember one of my favorite videos of his was way back where he talks about the diversity within Africa, and how the Africans are comprised of hugely different ethnic groups, hugely different religious groups, and how there's different phenotypes within the continent of Africa. And it's just not one giant homogeneous continent. It's that there's this huge array of diverse groups that exist. And this is just one example of a video of how he kind of discusses races, ethnic groups, genetics within much of these countries and really talks about the history of kind of the movements of ethnic groups throughout the world, and how different countries have different phenotypes, and how really the makeup of each country is so different from another one. Just talking about the things that I really am interested in: ethnic groups, ethnography, and anthropology. And I absolutely love it. Now, he hasn't been posting that much lately, but he has a huge array of videos that I highly recommend that you guys watch. It's just fantastic content to watch. And besides the Africans video that I just mentioned, there's also like who are the Nilots, the tallest and thinnest people on Earth, and there was the other channel, the other video that he did, which was about who exactly is an immigrant. I love that video. Great content discussing about ethnography and anthropology. And I absolutely love this channel, and I highly recommend it. Even though the guy hasn't been posting that much, and he's probably doing other stuff now, but the content that he does have now is incredible, and I absolutely love it. And so that's why I just wanted to recommend him, and that was him at number 1. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the list of the list of channels that I recommended here. I know I made a lot of mistakes in this video, talking and sort of talking over myself or repeating things, but this is sort of off the cuff and unscripted, and I just wanted to give you guys a list of channels that you guys need to watch, that I highly recommend you guys watch. Please subscribe to these channels. I'm going to leave all the links to these channels in the description below. These are wonderful channels that you need to check out. I'm going to keep repeating myself. Check them out. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. But more importantly, like and subscribe to the channels that I listed off. I think I'm going to continue making list videos in the future. Let's see what happens. I hope people enjoy this, even though this is completely unscripted and I keep repeating myself. But hey, fuck it. Just watch these channels, guys. Just watch them. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please have a wonderful day.